Welcome to Al Mazrah.
Pushing up to him. He's moving down on foot. He's fucked. He's on me.
Your mom has some.
Welcome friends, Warzone 2.0 DMZ mode, let's get started. DMZ mode was included with the release of Warzone 2.0, which is the free-to-play, multiplayer-only component of the popular Modern Warfare 2 game. Now everyone knows about the blockbuster Call of Duty multiplayer and Warzone, but not so much about the DMZ mode. This offshoot takes place in the same universe as Modern Warfare 2, where you're playing as a soldier from the United States of Awesome and somehow involved in a conflict over in the Middle East at the picturesque town of Al Mazrah. The best way to describe the gameplay would be Battle Royale, but in a semi-open world / sandbox. Before even getting into a match, you can choose your loadout consisting of various customizable weapons and equipment, and once loaded into the map, you and your squad of 3 are randomly spawned somewhere to do whatever you like. Now there is a countdown which you must exit the map by, or the radiation will overwhelm your squad, similar to the ring in other Battle Royale games. But before then, you can do whatever you like, be that missions, contracts, eliminating other squads, riding the trains, flying helicopters, or just simply standing around shooting the AI. Anything you want to do, anything you feel like, you can do it all here. However, once you do decide to leave the match, you must safely extract via helicopter at designated points to retain all of your gear plus gain additional perks. Many popular elements of the Call of Duty series have also been added, including kill streaks, perks, exotic weapon optics, riot shields, javelin missile launchers, and the ability to operate a number of different vehicles. Plus everything else you've ever seen has somehow been included into this game mode at some capacity. Even the Juggernaut and his minigun make an appearance. Remember breaching buildings to secure a hostage from the single player campaign? Well, this has been turned into a contract which you can undertake at any time in DMZ. This mode also features many unlockable skins, weapons, and of course the usual battle pass system, similar to Warzone but with one rather large difference. DMZ allows you to complete in-game feats such as eliminating highly dangerous AIs, which then provide you with substantial permanent unlocks. Now onto those good points. Don't be fooled into thinking this is a quickly made and rushed out the door early access game mode, as this is a highly polished title and built with the same amazing engine as the rest of Modern Warfare 2. Those surreal graphics, the excellent character and weapon animations, the fast forward action are all present here. There is no compromise with DMZ and it performs just as well as everything else in the array of Modern Warfare 2 releases. This is a truly beautiful game to look at and it takes full advantage of the latest NVIDIA DLSS technology to give great performance with very attractive eye candy. The smooth and well polished gameplay is also extremely satisfying. Some of the best programmers in the world have worked on this title and its engine. DMZ also aims to be as realistic and authentic as possible. All of the weapons look, feel and sound like actual real world weapons. There is no compromise here again. The weapons audio is also very mesmerizing. Light weapons sound lighter and shoot faster than heavy weapons. weapons, with the heavier weapons sounding extremely menacing while also providing you with substantially more firepower. This all happens right before your eyes and ears in a very spectacular and immersive way. This title borders on being a simulator as the attention to detail is just so significant. The semi-open world and sandbox nature of DMZ is what truly places it well above the other modes. In Warzone 2.0, the absolute freedom, variety and creativity afforded to players in a multiplayer setting has yet to be seen before. This is very much the evolution of the Battle Royale for those that want it. DMZ offers various contracts to complete in the game world which reward the player with cash and gives them the ability to purchase higher tier gear. Those contracts are once again full of variety and range from basic cargo transport, high value target elimination, hostage rescue, bomb demolition, and even just simply hunting other squads, plus many more. The availability and locations of these contracts also change every match, meaning no two games will ever be the same. Just like the contracts, there are also plenty of static but randomly placed encounters in every match. Some examples include AI strongholds which you can raid for higher tier gear, capturing SAM sites to gain air superiority, and special denied areas which have the highest tier gear but also the highest tier AI protecting it. As you unlock and gain more experience with weapons, you can also modify and upgrade them to better suit your playstyle. Everything from gun barrels, weapon grips, optics, magazine capacity, and so much more can all be tweaked to exactly how you like it. Even your ammunition can be adjusted to suit how you would like to play. Are you tired of enemies bunny hopping to safety once they get hit? Well then switch to hollow point ammo and this will never happen again. So much customization here. Although there is a lot of customization, none of it is excessive or overly complicated, and once you develop an understanding of how the system works, you can quickly and seamlessly modify your gear. Now this all takes place on a large map with a variety of interesting locations to visit, including an oil refinery, observatory, airport, shopping centre, and many more. And once again, all in the open world, go wherever you like, whenever you like, there are no limitations. Due to the open world nature of DMZ, there is a large amount of variety and options to do what you want to do. You're not locked into perfecting the same 100 meters of hallway over and over again, but have an entire city with limitless options and potential. This adds for far more interesting and unique engagements rather than basic Twitch gameplay and yelling out something about the other player's mother. This style also helps eliminate end of game sniper stalemates and other contrived unrealistic gameplay. Being a conscious player is very much an advantage in the DMZ. Now before we head into the negatives, give this video a like if it's your thing. This not only helps you get other great quality videos, but also helps other like-minded people find the same. And don't forget to subscribe if you would like to be notified when other good things roll out of this studio. The Modern Warfare games have always had a problem with excessive options, menus and bloated UI, and DMZ is no different. There are windows and menus and pop-ups for just about everything. However, this is mostly restricted to the in-game menu, with almost none of it spilling into the actual gameplay. However, navigating the menu to change an option is very tedious. It is great that you can configure just about any aspect or setting that you desire. Even more obscure settings that 99.9% of players don't even know exist are still able to be adjusted. I've never been one or known anyone that wanted to change the opacity of subtitle text, but hey, that option is in there for the true connoisseur. However, one option they did leave out was the ability to turn off crossplay. Yes, you can be forced to squad up with people from either Xbox or PlayStation. Now I don't mind having console players in a match, just not on my squad. For those that don't know, even the worst PC player will generally beat the best console player. It's a simple matter of controls and hardware rather than skill. Your average console player struggles to maintain 60 FPS at 1080p, while PC players can cruise nicely along at 90 FPS, 1440p, a very high level of detail, plus have access to very fine sensitive controls. Yes, you're having a suboptimal experience on a console, and yes, it is limiting your success, which is why most PC players don't like carrying console players in a match. As this is a multiplayer only title, your experience is highly impacted on by the people you're playing with. Every region is different, but for those in Australia, the game is somewhat tolerable. It's very up and down with both good and bad matchups. However, if you're unlucky enough to queue up and get 2 R words in your squad, you can always quickly head to the nearest exfil point, leave the match and queue up again. Toxic or bad players don't seem to be too excessive. So far my experience has been a lot more mental illness based, and majority of them seem to be console players. Sorry, not sorry. However, what surprised me most about the community is the sheer variety of people playing DMZ. There's old people, young people, zoomers, millennials, thots, cucks, soy boys, migrants, girl gamers, meth smokers, just to name a few. Yes, DMZ is basically the Wild West. Also, there's a lot of country hicks in Australia that just seem to love playing Call of Duty. But overall, it's not about who or what you are, but just how well you play the game. It is still definitely solo queue friendly, so don't be afraid if you don't have a team. You can of course mute, block and do all of those things, plus there is an in-game hotkey to toggle voice chat off and on if some players are just a little too much. Lastly are the missions. These are somewhat part of the game as they tell a story and provide you with some fun things to do. You can select these before a match in the lobby and then go about trying to complete them in-game. Now these are not the same as the in-game contracts, but something completely different. However, these start off as fun, quick tasks to do, but quickly evolve into very complicated and time-consuming marathons. In my opinion, they need to tone these down as they become so extensive, so difficult, so complex that they're no longer fun to do and just become a total chore, and you'll never get these done. Also, most of the missions provide very little information on what to do or where to go, and you're more often than not just left googling a guide to quickly find out how to complete that mission. Plus, having your squad wiped after completing some lengthy complex mission by another random squad is also very disappointing. Now DMZ is my go-to online shooter experience, as it's fresh, engaging and much more fun than anything currently out. Apex got stale a long time ago and has devolved into a very sweaty mess. Warzone is also sadly just too complex and sweaty for casual players, and if by any chance you're still playing PUBG, Tarkov, Battlefield or even CSGO, it's time to get some sunlight. This mode is definitely the next evolution, the next level of battle royales. However, if it will catch on is still a mystery as the player base is somewhat small. It's more challenging, more rewarding and more interesting, but I'm unsure if the wider gaming community wants to really go next level, especially the COD community. Personally, brushing my teeth is far more exciting than a Call of Duty team deathmatch or domination game, but hey, there's still a lot of people that have their minds blown every year with each new COD release. Kill streaks go brrrr. DMZ is cutting edge, both in terms of gameplay and technology. It's also 100% free to play. The only downside is that you won't enjoy any other battle royale game ever again, as DMZ sets the bar way too high with its extensive set of just about everything. However, the mostly mentally ill player base, well in this region anyway, does make it a bit less enjoyable than it otherwise would be. Your mileage will of course vary. Thank you for watching.